Can prosperity grow so fast that it becomes impossible to sustain? Imagine it. The year is 1929. Throughout most of the roaring 20s, President Coolidge presided over an economy that seemed unstoppable. By September 3rd, the average value of common stocks reached 216, and that's more than double what it was just a few years prior. That makes this the largest bull market the United States had ever seen. Many Americans thought that the good times were just never going to end. But on a day that we remembered as Black Thursday, October 24th, a panic swept through the New York Stock Exchange. 13 million shares were exchanging hands as investors were in a panic to sell before prices dropped even lower. Two of America's wealthiest businessmen, J.P. Morgan and John D. Rockefeller, tried to restore confidence by buying up a large amount of stocks. Just wasn't enough. And by December, the stock market had lost $26 billion in value, which would be about $479 billion today. Although Hoover often gets blamed for the Great Depression, I think it's important to note that he had only been president for a handful of months before the crash happened. And in the decade prior, there were warning signs that something like this was coming. And with all the speculation and the soaring market prices, you have a situation where they were pushed beyond sustainability. So to lump all that on to the person who just so happened to be in charge at the time seems a bit inaccurate. Not to say that after the crash and right before the crash that maybe there could have been better decisions, of course, but to blame it all on the president who had just become president seems a little short sighted. The crash didn't cause every hardship that would follow through the Great Depression, but it did shatter American confidence and mark the beginning of the worst economic crisis in American history. Coming up, as banks failed and unemployment soared, millions of Americans would find it a struggle just to survive.